Hey everybody, my name is Zach Richmond of the Richmond Realty Group. I'm here with,
Rachel Richmond.
that's right. And this is our Richmond Community series, and just with everything going on. Last month, you guys heard from Marlis, Rachel's mom, who's my business partner. But I wanted to bring Rachel into the fold on this too. So she has no idea what this video has been about. I've just been terrorizing her about the fact that 2 weeks ago, I told her she was going to be on video with me. So we're at her house, and she has no idea why I have her as my special guest of the Richmond Community Series, but I thought it'd be a lot of fun. So most of y'all know Rachel, for this, or this, or this, but she is my wife, and she is the most supportive person for me in our real estate group. So what I wanted to do is, being a small business owner is tough. It's a lot of fun, but it does add a lot of stress to the family household. And so this is kind of my way of allowing Rachel to tell her side of the story or share some funny whatever stories. We'll just say that this is a way for her just to air out some of the grievances or positive things she may have to say. So she had no idea that that's what I want her to do, but I want her to be full honest, not think about it, off the cuff. And so, anyways, Rachel, why don't you tell them about it? Who are you? Where are you from?
Oh my goodness.
When were you born?
Well, when was I born? Well, a woman never tells her age. So,
1992.
wow. So I'm from the Dallas area originally. Zach and I actually met at a golf course in Dallas. He wanted me to help him with his putting.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, most guys find their wives at church, at bars, community activities. I go find my women at the golf course.
very, very impressive, might I add. I mean, he had just started playing golf and he was wearing loafers and a button down, and I was like, no, this guy is not going to work. And then here we are 9 years later.
Yeah, well, guess who's the real winner of that one? I guess you could say I scored the lowest shot or round on that the course. So not on paper, but I feel like I was the real winner that day. So I was the club champion. There you go. So then I met you. Then where'd you go?
So when we first started dating, I went off to Kansas City and we long distance dated, and then decided we wanted to be closer to each other. And so I came down to Houston and I played golf for Houston Baptist, and now I'm trapped in the Woodlands with Zach for the rest of my life.
Why do you think it sounds so bad? So trapped in the Woodlands. Okay. So
Gladly trapped.
So you played golf at Houston Baptist. What'd you major in?
I majored in accounting. I got my master's at HBU, and then shortly after graduating, I started working for Ernst & Young, and that's where I'm at currently.
So as you can tell just from Rachel's background, she is an athlete, she's brilliant, and she has the worst taste in men that is possible. So I'm thankful for that attribute of her. But anyway, so Rachel, where do you work now?
So I work for Ernst & Young right now. I serve mostly technology clients, and it's been about 4 years now and still going strong.
So we started up Richmond Realty right when Rachel started working at Ernst & Young. So we had to make sure we had some sort of household income to support ourselves. And so Rachel has really been our most important investor slash supporter, because without her, Richmond Realty would not be possible. So here's your chance. How's it been over the last 4 years?
Oh my goodness, it's been a wild ride, but I think what I love is Zach went into this business and he has such a major entrepreneurial spirit, and getting into real estate has really let him shine and be his own boss. And I'm super happy for him and the team, and they're really growing, and he's really coming into his own. And
Yeah, that's all fine. Thank you for that. It's kind. It's very sweet. That's why you're still with me and we're still together. But no, like this, I wanted you to be on camera because I wanted you to tell people like what it's really like. So what am I like behind the scenes?
Let me tell you.
Well, don't be too harsh. Don't be too harsh.
One of the things I think everybody knows is Zach's crazy outfits on the golf course and off the golf course. So I think I went to a showing with him a couple months ago, and he wore his house slippers to the showing. Right, he's
These things
wearing
are
them right
they're
now.
so comfortable. They're so comfortable.
I just want y'all to look. Next time we're at a networking event, look down at his feet and see if he's wearing these dang house slippers.
So what's it like? So we go out, we show a bunch of properties, we do a lot of networking events. Then I come home. What's that like? What's it? You are the most. She literally has the patience of Job, and she literally thinks nothing of it. But what am I really like when I get home?
Zach spends so much of his energy out with people. When he gets home, he just wants to chill. So I think we quickly found a nice balance of when we're both done from work, we just kind of chill, relax a little bit, and then we can talk to each other about each other's day. Just kind of veg out a little bit
I need
first.
to have like 30 minutes just to like gain myself together. See, like Rachel's amazing because like she can go have a hard day at work, come home and be like ready to hang out, chat. I like need 30 days to decompress and like get myself together. So it's not just like always on 100% excitement. And it's really hard whenever I don't have that 30 minutes.
It's hard because we're both really busy people, but you just kind of make time to spend time with each other. Like, Zach will go do showings or do open houses, and I'll kind of join, and we joke that it's our little dates that we can go on and just spend more time with each other. So you just got to make time.
So okay, this is something I'm sure people would always love to know. So what's it like being in the middle of your mother-in-law and your husband?
Oh
Oh,
my
sorry,
goodness.
your mother and your husband.
It's crazy. I just My favorite part of being in the middle is getting to tell both of them that they're being dumb and that they need to compromise with one another. But they're just such an amazing duo. They totally balance each other out between details and big picture. And, I would definitely say there's way more positives than there are negatives. They don't fight too often, but when they do, it's because they're both being dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's it like? Because family business is a big thing. Do you think it's something that the average person, family can handle? Like pros, cons, like what's good. We don't have kids, so that's another thing that we probably don't have to deal with at other small business. But I want people to know what it's like to be on the other side of the small business. Nobody ever gets to hear the perspective of the spouse, whether it's the husband or the wife. And so, what's it like?
I think you just have to have a lot of patience because there are going to be times where, you may be planned out, a weekend or just plans with your spouse, and you've got to be willing to kind of flex on those if something important in the business comes up. And so you just have to have a lot of patience and flexibility in order to make it work. And I mean, that can be really hard. I struggle with it whenever, I know we've got something coming up and Zach's like, nope, sorry, we have a client in town. So it can be really difficult, but at the end of the day, this is his dream and he's making his dream work. So you just have to be supportive.
They say behind every great man is an even better woman. That's why I'm so happy to work with my mother-in-law. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's you. It's you.
Whatever.
It's Marlis. No, but humor is a big part of it too. I mean, there's days where it's just, this is not fun. And you try and leave your garbage at the office, but sometimes it does come home. I think Bob Milner said is you try and keep your dump truck of like stuff at home and you don't bring it home or you're at work and you don't bring it home. But I'm not always good at that. I'm the emotional one. She's the steady Eddie, as y'all can tell. Like, I'd definitely be more whiny and complaining than she is. But she's literally been the most perfect person through all this. So, what's it like seeing the plight of the business owner, the ups, the downs? What's hard for you? Like, do you want to try and get more involved? Do you wish you could? Do you feel like you just have to get space? What's it like to sometimes know that you can't really do anything to help the situation?
Well, I think it's totally right. I tell Zach this all the time, plight of a business owner. And I think what's hard is for somebody like me, who I'm an accountant, right? I want to go in and fix things. And so it's hard for me to hear, some of Zach's issues. And then I'm like, I wish I could go in and just help them fix these problems. Like, you could do this and this and this. But you just kind of have to step back and say, this is not my baby. This is his baby. And, just, hopefully support him and know that things are going to work out and just, encourage him. And
It's so funny. So we just hired a couple people, and one of our newest employees named Jeanette, and she always tells me, she's like, I wish I had a Rachel. I wish I had a Rachel. I mean, this is literally off the cuff, unguarded, unscripted. Like, just she had no idea that I was going to be asking her this stuff, and it's like, it's still more positive. I mean, I wish, I wish there was more just to say, like, this was awful, this was bad, but this is how Rachel's been for us the last 4 years, and that's really been what's helped carry us forward through some of the hard times, because we blew through all of our savings the first year, and not once did Rachel ever tell me I had to pack up shop, get a job, quit. She constantly just empowered me, even when I had my worst days. And so, this is also a testimony to you, like, as much as Marlis and I are the face of the business, you literally are the backbone of it. And so it's just kind of funny because it is a two-way street. So even though she's not involved with it, I'm sure all you small business owners, maybe the guys from Nebula can relate that are filming this video too, but it's a family effort, whether you want to say it is or not. So it's not a 9 to 5, it's 24/7.
Yep. And I think, like what you were saying about the two-way street, I mean, it's applicable for small business owners, but just relationships in general. Just you have to have communication and both be supportive, both be encouraging through the good times and the bad times. And so that's how you make relationships and business work.
So what's been okay, so you talked about the hard things. So what's been your most favorite thing about watching Richmond Realty grow
Oh
from
man,
your perspective?
this is a hard one. I think my favorite part, and Zach has a very specific mission about, giving time and resources back to the community. And I think the coolest thing is seeing him volunteering his time, especially with, MCYS and Rotary and holding his Shelter for Shelter event. And I mean, this year was just amazing. And so I think seeing all of his successes and what he's able to give back through his business it's really inspiring.
Does it ever get easier being the spouse?
No. Never gets easier, but
Do you think if I was more calm and more even keel, it'd get easier?
Who's to say?
It's so funny. Rachel, literally every single month, I'm like, we're going under. We're going under. We're going to fall.
Record month, we're going under.
And Rachel's like, dude, you need to chill.
But plight of a business owner is what it is.
That's awesome. So for those listening, I mean, what do you want to say? I mean, I don't know. What are you feeling?
Man, I just think, I think the biggest thing I would say is if you or, somebody in your household or your spouse is considering, starting a small business, it's very difficult. But I think you just kind of have to take that leap of faith and know that, that's what, if that's your calling and that's your dream, then you just have to go for it. And you're going to have good days and bad days like we've been talking about. But at the end of the day, you're going to be happier than ever that, you took that leap of faith and you're doing it for yourself.
Yeah, put it all, your chips on the table. So what about you? What's your goals? What's your dreams?
My goals and dreams? I'm pretty chill. I want to be happy and successful and start a family together maybe one day. And I don't have any really big long-term goals. I know that sounds weird, but I'm living in the present.
Oh, nice. There you go. I like it. I will say another thing too. Faith is a big deal. Without faith, none of this would be possible. Yeah. So that's gotten us through a lot of things. I know 2017 was a really tough year for us, and a lot of crying. Me crying. Rachel was fine. I was in the fetal position in the laundry room crying, saying, "What did I do? What did I do?" But if it wasn't for faith and that stability to make it something bigger than just us, probably good.
Exactly. Yep. In everything you do, you just have to look to God and trust in Him. And I constantly tell Zach that when he's going through his little plights, trust in God, He's going to take care of us. And
she's really boring when it comes to that stuff. It's the same response every time. I'm like, give me something new.
Well, you gotta keep saying it and it'll finally stick one day, hopefully.
So we put you in front of the camera. You were super nervous to do this.
Yes.
How do you feel now after talking to the people for a little bit?
Feel good.
Yeah. So maybe you get to know a little bit more about Rachel and who she is and how amazing she is. But I still hope you can remember for her this. And this. And hopefully this one too. Because to me, that's unfiltered, pure beauty in this world of so much filtering and so much just, I'd say, materialistic, fake type stuff. That's when I think she's at her best. So anyways.
More sleeping photos await, I'm sure.
Yeah, right. It's the calm before the storm, y'all. Anyways, guys, literally thank you for taking the time out of this. This is in November, it'll be our 4-year anniversary, and without people like Rachel supporting their spouses and their mothers, this would not be possible. So we thank you all from how far we've come with our hopes, our dreams, our goals, just of being there for the community, giving back, and making sure you have the best experience possible. But it starts at home.
Yes.
Anyways, we love you guys very much. My name's Zach Richmond.
I'm Rachel Richmond.
Stay classy.